Hello and welcome back to Couch Critics Times 2. I'm Tanya.
And I'm Tara.
And we are continuing our talk on the Scream franchise. Last time we talked about Scream 1 and 2. This time we are talking about Scream 3 and 4. So let's get into it. Alright, Tara,
Scream 3 has to be like my least favorite. I'm sorry. It is. It is. One, I cannot stand Gail Weathers' haircut in this one, Courtney Cox. Although we did a little bit of research into that, and it's actually a wig.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it had been a real hair because who would let a wig go on like that?
I don't. For some reason, they wanted her in a wig. We don't know really the backstory of the whole.
Maybe
thing.
she had real short hair in real life, and they thought
And it was the only wig they had,
hair.
and they had cut the bangs too short.
Surely a wig is not that expensive. They could have replaced it. I don't
Who
know
knows?
why they let that
maybe,
happen. I don't get it.
Maybe it was right during filming production. They didn't want to hold off and said, "Screw it." But yes, her hair is horrible in that.
Yeah, definitely.
Cotton Weary gets killed off in the beginning of this film. He's the opening. And then you have Sydney, who's been secluded in a secluded area, which you can't blame. She's like the lonelier I am, the less chance of this happening again, and can't really, you have certain ones you trust, which is Dewey and Gail. And things like that. So the acting and of the actors in this film is like over the top, in my opinion. I get it; they're supposed to portray actors who are snotty and spoiled and things like that. But come on, you're in a horror franchise. Like, I wouldn't think you're that top tier of, in my opinion. The one that plays Gail Weathers is annoying in it.
Super annoying. Just real high pitched and loud.
Yeah. And then, and again, you have, like we were mentioning earlier, Dewey and Gail's on and off relationship continuing throughout.
It's a will they, won't they situation. It's like that in every film, it seems like.
It's like they're separated at the beginning, but they're like, at the end, they're like magnets. They can't stay away from each other. And so it's like basically just get on with it.
Mm-hmm.
The killings aren't that memorable,
that's
in
what
my
I was gonna
opinion.
say, not very
Now,
memorable.
the one thing that throws you off from Roman is that you see a dead body of Roman.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that you don't see is how he dies.
How he dies.
You just see his dead body and stuff like that. So you do end up, So I will say that kind of throws you for a loop, because you probably threw him off your suspect list if he was a suspect on it, until he reveals himself. And the reason he's like, did we ever get into the reason? He's Sydney's half brother. If we haven't, have we done that part? This is our third or fourth time recording this because
like we said, we had
something
technical
happens.
issues.
So if we're repeating ourselves here, we're sorry, but he is Sydney's half brother. He is going to have a part 7 cameo. We don't know how he's going to be portrayed. He was shot in the head. He was killed. He was dead. And so we were thinking twin.
Yeah.
What if he has a twin? That would be a cool loop. Or like where he is a film producer and into the film industry, maybe we're going to see like little clips of him.
In the background, kind of
And
thing.
maybe whoever the killer is trying to reveal, I know a lot about you. And because I don't think it's ever revealed personally. Maybe it has, but maybe not. Of him actually, who he actually is to Sydney, besides just being Roman.
Maybe he has kids that we don't know about that could be coming forth, and that Romans is their dad. I don't know.
We don't know how Scream 7 is going to play, but I am excited to see how Scream 7 is going to play. So Sydney comes out of hiding, and then Detective Mark, who plays Patrick Dempsey plays him.
You kind of question.
You do. He plays
if he's the killer or not.
He gives off those creepy vibes a couple times. He turns out not to be the killer, obviously. But that ends up being.
It's usually the ones that you suspect the most that kind of surprise you on not being.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Maybe in this case.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He was definitely.
But that's what they want. I mean, like, that's the thing you gotta love about the Scream franchise, is that you don't know who it is, and they want you to think everyone's a suspect, because it could be anybody. It literally could be the lover, the family, the friends, or the person that you never even knew. You know what I mean? Like, it could be anybody. So they keep that like, oh, it could be me in it, and they give him the creeps a lot to the point where you're like, oh, it's him. But anyways, he turns out to be Sydney's husband in the future. So, he's actually a significant character in this, like,
Yeah.
of a development.
Now I don't. He's not gonna be in part 7, right? Like,
Not Patrick Dempsey, but the husband will be. Yeah.
okay, so we'll get a different.
Yeah. I want to say Joel McHale is playing him in part 7.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yes.
Okay, so moving
Yeah.
on.
Other than that, Scream Factory wasn't all that memorable.
No,
We
not
can
really.
understand your all's, but that's ours. So
That's hard
we
to
are
take on it.
curious what you guys think. Let's move on to Scream 4.
Scream
This
4 has to
one-
be one of my favorites.
It
I
is.
love Scream
It's
4.
a lot of fun.
I love
You go
Hayden
from-
Panettiere. I think she does great in
Yes.
this movie. Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts.
I
Is
think
great.
she's just a phenomenal horror.
And again, they have some known actors in it. I can't think of their names, but you would notice them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You got Judy Hicks, who's annoying in this, and solely after Gail's husband. And voila, Gail and Dewey actually are married at the beginning of this film. Believe it or not, but
Well,
they're
they-
separate. Like, I wouldn't say that.
they stay together in this film.
Yeah, but like,
You can tell she's
they're not
unhappy
working
about it.
together. They're already having their issues. You can tell.
You feel like Judy Hicks is trying to ring in on her man.
Yeah,
Um,
and
let's
but
go,
you
let's talk,
go
let's talk
from
about the
you go from
openings.
2000 to 2011, and the
Mhm.
opening of this one is that it's fun. It's a movie inside of a movie inside of a movie, and like we've told you before, your opening scene
It's kinda-
sets you for the thing.
Yeah.
And what Scream 4 does is play a lot to the original, and you'll find that out throughout the film.
Yeah, like, and you have some pretty known actresses that kick it off for us. We got
Mhm.
Anna Paquin, we got
Kristen Bell.
Bell,
Lucy Hale.
Lucy Hale. Yeah, and then you have your two, they're I don't know if they're well known, but you would recognize
At
them.
least we recognize who they are.
Yeah, she plays one plays on Friday Night Lights, the other one plays off.
Oh, that romance movie.
Yeah. Well, she plays off a few different movies, really. But anyways, they're good. I would definitely recommend them. Recommend Scream 4. I love Scream 4.
Mhm.
One of my favorite Hayden Panettiere lines is like whenever they go to the cops and like she's like, well, I didn't get a text. Does that mean
Yeah.
I'm not gonna live as long as these two? Or
Yeah, and then he's like, no.
it'd be
Well,
the opposite, right?
And he's like, well, maybe.
Oh
And then-
yeah.
And then she's like, oh, did you hear him? I'm next. yeah.
Yeah. So I like that.
And then I think the reason we like Hayden so much because she's like us in a movie.
Yeah.
Like she's your horror fanatic and she knows all the questions
Just
and
fun
stuff. She
and-
gives off the cool vibes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
like I mean, to say like us, like
But we're cool.
Yeah.
Like we're totally
We're
cool to hang out with. But like we're your horror fanatic people.
yeah,
And we totally do give off the cool vibes.
yeah, exactly.
Like
Everybody wants to hang out.
everybody was hanging out.
Anyways, though, okay, so Jill and Charlie are your killers in this one,
Mhm.
but I'll have to tell you, they're probably the most surprising reveals
They truly are.
in the Scream franchise.
And the way they rebuild them is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go with Charlie's first.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, the reason we said they play a lot from the original one, the opening scene is a garage. Okay, and you got the garage door playing a factor into it. And if you remember how Tatum dies in Scream 1, garage door. This is also playing how they rebuild Charlie on Scream 1. And that's for the opening scene. Steve is tied up to a chair and Casey's got to answer questions in order to keep him alive.
Ooh, yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
So you got Charlie, who she wouldn't let inside. And so they attack Charlie, they put him onto a chair. He's duct taped to a chair, and they have to have Kirby answer questions to keep him alive. Kirby ends up answering the questions correctly. Comes out, she's like, I got it right, Charlie, I won, I freaking won. And she's like undoing him and stuff like that. And
As they
stand up,
yeah,
he was like, this is making a move. And because they were kind of in the hot for each other throughout the film, and he stabs her.
Yeah.
That there was like a jaw.
yeah, and
dropping
he's all
moment for
like,
me
we've had
because-
classes for so long, and you just now notice me. Like
Yeah.
he's been trying to get with her for a long time. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what really sets him off the edge. I guess I don't know. But Jill talked him into it.
Yeah.
They filmed the killings for
Well,
one.
they were lovers.
Mhm.
So, guys are, like, boys are stupid.
Oh yeah.
And will do things for love. And I'm not saying girls wouldn't do the same. So I think that plays in his factor.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then they were supposed to be soul survivors together.
Sydney comes to town. She's promoting her new book,
Out of Darkness.
Out of Darkness. You know, being a survivor.
Yes.
And living with that or whatever. And then they're staying with her aunt and cousin, which is Jill. And I don't know. It's a good movie. Okay.
It has this comedy throughout and stuff. It's really good.
Yeah. So they have one of the brutal killings in the movie franchise. Also, in my opinion.
Yeah. Along with Casey Becker's.
Casey was
You probably can't
this one.
This
one's a good one.
It reminds me, Tara, of the time Jason Part 6.
Yeah. At the camp and in the cabin with some reason he takes his anger out on this one. Yeah. Jason does, but the same with the Scream guy.
It's almost like it had meaning behind the kill in Jason Part 6, which I know we can talk about that a whole time. But if you remember what the room, I don't know if you ever watched the film and you remember what the room looked like. This is it.
Yeah. So they, Jill and Kirby are watching a movie in her room, and in Jill's room, and her neighbors, they're also their best friend, and so she gets a call. Well, Kirby calls the neighbor, whatever, wants to get her over it. Well, then Trevor calls Jill's number. Turns out it's Ghostface, and he's saying like all this stuff and saying I'm in a closet, check it out and stuff. Kirby checks out the closet. He's not in there. She's like, see, I told you you're not in there. And he's like, I didn't say I was in your closet.
And
but he also names off the movie they're watching in the room, so they know that he can see them. And stuff, and that's whenever he's like, "Well, I'm in the closet or whatnot," and then he's like, "I didn't say I was in your closet."
And they brutally murder her.
Yeah,
and
it's awesome.
And they also kill Jill's mom because she wants to be like Sydney in the original.
Yeah. The mom died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Jill is like when you put all the Ghostface up to this point and even maybe past, Jill's psycho. Like, she's top tier.
Well, it's like she put a lot of thought into it, and to be honest, she's probably one of the ones that could have closely gotten away with it.
She totally
if she
just watched her mouth
and
finished Sydney off better.
And actually
killed Sydney.
Either let Sydney have amnesia, which would have been kind of. That would have been
kind
of cool if Sydney would have played off like
and
she
then maybe
didn't remember.
like later on it clicked.
Yeah, that could have been a whole different Scream movie.
Yeah.
But if she would have not mentioned the matching wounds, which again,
and it played in her favor because when they're closing out the film, it's all the reporters and the hero Jill Roberts. Oh, finally puts the Nightmare 10 in. Jill.
At the same time, you gotta wonder how these killers do it. The barn scene with Gail. You see Charlie a lot throughout there. Obviously, you don't see Charlie when the killings are happening, do you?
No.
So you have to assume it's Charlie because Jill doesn't drive. And on the laptop, it says, "Come get me. Mom's driving me crazy." And all this, which probably had to have happened within those few minutes because I do think she was the one.
Well, Kirby's at the barn.
Yeah, I think she's
without Jill.
Yeah.
But so Kirby's at the barn. She ends up leaving.
Well, I do think Jill's the one who kills the parents and the cops.
I would agree because they're all right there.
It's all within that, and I think she probably had
and
Jill.
And Kirby meet her at a certain location,
so her mom
couldn't
house.
See. Yeah, and the cops couldn't see. That's probably her excuse. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, I bet so. And then you probably had Charlie who stabbed Gail.
Yeah,
but was told not to kill because you could tell they purposely stabbed her.
Yeah, because there was definitely opportunity for her to do a kill, or for him to do a kill move because he was out and stuff, and then Dewey was like Gail, and he hurried up, and you could tell he deliberately did the shoulder rather than the head, the heart, and you
if you think about it, Jill's the one who stabbed herself there too. I don't know. I wish in a way they would reveal who killed who.
Yeah, because there are ways. I think
they could have done all that.
That she could have been there.
But the thing that's the thing, they want to throw you off of them,
and it's a movie.
Yeah,
obviously. It doesn't happen in real life, but also when you got to be careful when you're doing movies like that because people are going to be like, "There's no
Like
way."
they should have had Jill show up at the barn with Kirby, and
Yeah.
then Jill and Kirby leave together. You know what I mean? Like made it work. Okay, there's a possibility that she was there, but again, it's not
Like
like
Charlie
saying
was.
Charlie couldn't be like, "Hey, it's going through good. I did what you said. I stabbed her right here in the shoulder." I mean, it's not like you couldn't give her all the details of what he did, and then she played it out.
What easily could have happened now that I'm actually thinking about it because the killer did the webcam.
Oh yes.
So Jill was probably watching at home.
Yeah.
Who told Charlie?
Yeah, because they
Gail's
even had their
there.
cameras in their masks.
Yeah, Gail's there. Let me tell you where these cameras are, and go. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
And
But yeah, I get that. Yeah.
so now So now it kind of clicks more
Yeah.
wow how Charlie would have known.
Yeah.
Because part of me was like, it ain't like he was watching it. How did he know these cameras were here? Unless two of them were there at that time. But now that it's web viewed,
Yeah.
she was probably watching at home.
Hey, she put her own camera. This is where blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
it down because this is our viewing
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of thing. So yeah, okay, that makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think of
It's
that.
kind of
until
smart.
just now.
Scream 4 smart.
It's a good one.
It
I
is a
really
good one. I liked it a
truly
lot.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you all think? Did you guys enjoy Scream 4? And what's your thoughts on Scream 3? Like again, we know that it's a lot of people's, it's not ours, but we would love to hear your opinion. If it is one of yours, why? And if it isn't one of yours, why? So we'd love to hear that. Looking forward to next time we're on here. It'll be Scream 5 and 6, and then soon, February 27th, Scream 7's coming out. We will be going to theaters to watch it. Can't guarantee it's going to be around that time. But we will, before it hits out of theaters, we will definitely be making a trip that way to watch it. So,
See you guys next time.
thank you.